A bedtime story begins. Ingrid Cortez comes to tuck her two children, Carmen and Junie, into bed. But Carmen asking for a bedtime story. Not gonna lie, ain't you like 12 and still want a bedtime story? Shit, I ain't never had one myself. The only bedtime stories we got are from the crackheads across the street, talking about their high trips and shit. Also, Junie hurt, and not gonna lie, I never understood why, but it don't really matter. So she tells them about two secret agents who once worked for rival agencies. She was tracking him down, and when she got closest, he had sensed her coming. And not gonna lie, nigga raising her up with no words, placing her hand inside her top. Hey, yo, my boy, goddamn, sure. Pulled out the pick though, but my bad, dog. Okay, I see you, sir. And so they realized they were both each other's assignments, and they fell in love. So after countless of social distancing dates, they're feeling like COVID-19 all over again. They get married, and Shorty was stressed out as hell. I heard breaking random stuff and shit. But as the eyes met, she knew she was set. Then some random choppers started pulling up, and not gonna lie, they could have blasted the whole spot, but they ain't do nothing. Just there for shits and theatrics for real. Kinda weird though. You got guns for what? And look at this random ass guy jumping straight out the kick for real. This had me shook for no reason whatsoever, bruh. Like, look at the space around you, and you decide to just Call of Duty dolphin dive into the damn cake? Bruh, makes no sense. So they escaped, retired, and started a whole family. Carmen rolls her eyes, thinking it's just another one of her mom's exaggerated stories. But Junie listens closely. Ingrid kisses them goodnight and steps out. When the door closes, the house is calm, but hides a secret. Ingrid and her husband, Gregorio Cortez, talk about the story she just told, saying that life is over. We are consultants now. And as he says that, the whole room switches up into some spy shit. Bruh, not gonna lie, why you lying, bruh? Damn. There are ex-spies that worked for an organization called the OSS, Organization of Super Spies. But that life is far forgotten. But not gonna lie, what type of name is this? OSS, Organization of Super Spies. Bruh, really? That's whack as hell, bruh. An urgent message flashes across the monitor. Several top OSS agents have vanished, just like your average black American father for real. Crazy. Gregorio hesitates. They promised to stay out of that life. Ingrid meets his eyes.
What are you working on over here?
And nigga hit him one of these. So Junie and Carmen honestly got the craziest morning routine I ever seen in my life. Hitting 4 sets of goddamn monkey bars and shit. They training, but Junie slips off. And Carmen out here teasing him. So he gets mad and throws a goddamn double at her. Like, bro, chillax, bro. You trying to bring your sister to the hospital? Goddamn. So as they head to school, Junie watching this weird ass show.
Got him!
And not gonna lie, them niggas creepy as hell. And I don't understand this, but Papa over here realized that the foreign monsters on the screen somehow looked like his old co-worker. Nigga really saying he remembers how ugly he is, so it must be him. Crazy. So Gregorio got in this predicament with his buff-ass dad whose kid was bullying Junie. And that nigga threw him in the goddamn window. Jesus, but we realized he was just thinking about it. Tough. Nigga felt that though as a dad. Shit would have been 1,000 dad aura points right there. Damn. But a little crazy, I can't even lie. Cut to the main bad guy, Floop. And this nigga been working with secret agencies to create some evil bad guy weapons. Also got this guy with him, calling him Minion. This nigga don't even got the courtesy of having that whole name. He just called Minion. Bruh, damn. But shit, you know, the usual early 2000s plot. All villains usually had the same plot for real. Just doing evil deeds to be evil for real. But them niggas deformed as fuck. More scary than useful. He also got these things called the thumb-thumbs. And not gonna lie, what the fuck is this? Really got robots made out of thumbs, bruh. Nigga can't even grab shit correctly. So then he shows his latest inventions, and it's goddamn robot kids. But shit, I can't even lie, they out here cooking up Boss Man for real. Basically real life anime kids. And them niggas strong as hell, for no reason actually. And he calls them Spy Kids. Title drop, okay. But they aren't finished. Them niggas got no brains. They stupid as hell for real. And so cut to Ingrid and Gregorio, and he was going on a mission, and Shorty wanted to slide, trying to get that spicy back up and seduce them into bringing her. Crazy woman, for real. I cannot lie, they holding a little bit too much power over us, bruh. Like, look at the way that he acting up. He was finna go by himself, but the way that he got handled by her, my goodness, I would fall too, the fuck? But not gonna lie, shout out to all my gay niggas for real. Y'all lit. But I do not understand how y'all just don't go batshit crazy after seeing someone like Zoe Kravitz or something. Damn. Or even Kalani. God damn. Shitty. Anywho, they suit up and apart in this, I don't know, fucking Tesla or something. Their target is Floop. Also, his creations are called Flooglies. Weird ass name for real, but anyway, the OSS has been suspecting Floop for crazy shady activities. And the one that tells him that is this lady on the screen out here trying to flirt with my boy Gregorio in front of his goddamn wife. Bruh, the audacity for real. Anywho, they drive into the ocean and a car transforms into a submarine. They thinking they in Transformers for real. Shit is bugging no connection real bad. And then Floop pops up and they realize they're being followed. And they try to escape but get pushed into their hideout. Go to the house and there's an alert. Uncle Felix was assigned to look after them while their parents are gone, and he showed them to safety and reveals that he's not actually their uncle and takes off this Dollarama ass mustache. Bruh, dog, the fuck type of disguise is this? You thinking you Clark Kent right now or something? It makes no sense. He tells them their parents are spies and has to take them to the safe house. They couldn't believe it, but when this bookshelf opened up randomly, yeah, they ass shut the fuck up real quick. I can't even lie. I would have done the same thing. So he goes back and the house is invaded by tum-tums, stomping through the halls like animated tools. Felix reveals his true role. He's been guarding the Cortez kids assigned by their parents. Find the OSS, tell them the third brain lives. He blurs while fighting intruders, and they're in trouble. Big trouble. So the Tums got to them, and so they had to escape. But Felix told them word for word to click the blue button and then click the green one right after. But that nigga Junie heard none of that. Activates the whole goddamn hidden system and escaped beneath the floor without closing the goddamn door. Carmen was tripping though, cause she was finna slip off. But she found the blue button and closed the door herself. Jesus Christ, Junie, like chill the fuck down and listen a little bit. Out here gonna kill your sister for real. The panel opens up and a miniature submarine drops into the underground waterway. As it makes surface, Carmen and Junie climb and pop out. But then they see that they're being followed. Water rushes by as the sub autopilots towards a pre-programmed destination. And that nigga Junie pissed me off so bad during the first half of this goddamn movie. Why you out here clicking everything you do not understand? Shit made the autopilot turn off, bruh. Look at what you did. And it was finna crash into this random ass civilian boat. But they dodged it, thank goodness. And not gonna lie, I think this is the same boat. They was finna crash into it a second time. But this time they hit a Laurent vertical on it and dodge it. But dog, that nigga having a worst day. They even cooked up his boat afterwards. It's tough. So Junie fell off, but Carmen brought him back up. And the autopilot got rearranged, saving them from absolute destruction and getting them to escape. Cut back to the parents and they got captured. That was fast. So they were asked to drop off all their stuff. And so they did, and even dropped this drawing Junie did. While laughing, Gregorio says, very dangerous. But be careful what you say, my dog, cause you never know what can happen. And so they see all the fluglies but get imprisoned. And cut to Carmen and Junie, and they made it to the safe house. But I'm dead, the submarine had a goddamn car lock. Bruh. So they slide, and the password was Carmen's full goddamn name. A paragraph out here for real. Y'all Latinos need to chill with them sentences as names for real. But damn, I can't even lie though. I love it. Sounds like somebody salsa dancing in my ear for real. So the safe house is stacked with gadgets and stuff. Also snacks that appeared out of goddamn thin air. They found a bunch of stuff, and this shorty was a fan of all the money that they saved up. Being like green everywhere. I fuck with this. Not gonna lie, I felt that though. So she snatched all of it up. But Junie was bummed thinking about their parents and how they might not never see them again. Cut to the parents, and they finally escape. Walk around, but the ground opens up, and Gregorio had to jump to make it to the other side, but he didn't make it. But the ground was made of glass. Bruh. Nigga even jumped on it, testing it out. Bruh, watch it break well quick the way you playing around with it for real. He really testing his luck. So they get in this room, and it was a trap. The exit disappears, and shit looking like they about to meet God or something, bruh. I can't even lie. But nah, they get taken to Floop, and Maz wasn't impressed. He was out here timing them to see how fast they was gonna get out. Bruh. And Floop explained his plan. Oh, and also, if they moved, they was gonna get cooked by the Thum-Thums. So yeah, they couldn't do shit. Cut to Junie and Carmen, and they suit up and get some company. The OSS? Shorty that tried to res up their papa tells them that they're here to help and shows them what's currently happening to them. Also, the song from the show was cooked. This is the original.
Little tuneless song the characters sing.
Sound like some damn devil music for real, I can't even lie. But if you reverse it, you hear... Yeah, straight out of a goddamn horror movie. And they tell them what they knew, but they shouldn't have done that. She says the third brain lives, and as Junie takes the picture, it pops up. He looks out and realizes they're not friends. They're the enemy. So they threatened them, but they laughed it off. Not even taking them seriously. I can't even lie. I wouldn't have taken them seriously myself. They some children. I whoop their ass real quick, smack them 1 time, 2 times, and it's done. That man's getting away with the brain. So Shorty doing acrobatics to get to him, and Nightwing would have been proud for real. My man's grabs a jetpack, and she like,
Boy, you think you finna leave? Not on my watch.
So she dips and Junie's left solo. Also, Cook Man's here by mistake turned on the jetpack and shit Loki a paid actor out here cooking Shorty and then he dips. Damn, y'all really had trouble with 2 goddamn kids. That's tough. So she gets the brain and shove Mans into this billboard. And not gonna lie, should be apple juice right now for real after that. But again, y'all some adults struggling against some goddamn infants. It makes no sense. But not gonna lie, I wanted to be a Spy Kid when I was a kid so bad. Also wanted to be a Power Ranger, but that's another story. So she gets Junie back, but Mans was slipping off. So she had to drop down and make it into a store. And look at the people around the store. Guys, there are jetpack people going in, flying around, and y'all not paying no mind to them. The only person that sees them is this damn little girl. Bruh. So they get a diversion and escape. So Junie was about to break the brain, because that's what Floop wanted, but gets stopped by Carmen, because that was their only bargaining chip to get by their parents. But then he points out the bracelet that she got from Shorty, and says it could be a tracker. And he was goddamn right. So then Junie appears again dressed differently. Like, bro, weren't you just behind me a second ago? And something ain't right. And we realize they are robots by Floop. Shorty broke her hand trying to punch him too. So Junie gets tossed on whatever this is and gets the ride of his life. Disney World got nothing on this for real. And Shorty is out here, bruh, you punched him already. Your hand was gonna get squashed. And what made you think a headbutt was gonna do any type of different type of damage? Are you stupid or are you dumb? It makes no sense. But so they get the brain and dip, leaving Mans cosplaying as goddamn Beyblade. So Gregorio explained that they built the brain and it was too dangerous to let the organization get. He was supposed to destroy it, but didn't. Stupid. You really had one job. Actually, you had multiple jobs, I can't lie. But damn, you had one moment to do this, and you decided not to. Bruh. So after the taxi ride, Shorty gave him this stack, thinking it wasn't enough. Bruh, that made this nigga a whole day for sure. He ain't even said nothing, he just took it and dipped. Shit. I wouldn't have said no myself. With all this bread, goddamn, I need me some of that. They go inside a sprawling workshop and meet Isidore Machete Cortez, Gregorio's older brother, thinkers with half-built inventions. He's surprised but not shocked to see them. He told them to leave because he don't got a good relationship with his brother. Also because this nigga's selling to both sides. Bruh. So he kinda the op at the same time for real too. But business is business, I can't even lie. So Floop's minion got the third brain and now didn't need Floop no more. And that's when we realize he is the actual villain of the movie and not Floop. Nigga just trying to have the best show around for real. Can't even lie. I fuck with the man, he on his grind, bruh. And he trying to make his shit poppin'. Cut to Isidore. And he reveals an arsenal of spy gadgets and shows them this rocket ship is the only thing that would get them to Floop's castle. They tried to use the cuteness card to get him to come with them, but nigga kept on saying no. Not gonna lie, something like my daddy back when I was a child. That's the only thing I'd ever hear from his mouth. So as night comes, they steal a bunch of shit and also the plane, and they did. Not gonna lie, this nigga already knew it was gonna happen. What do you think is gonna happen with 2 goddamn spy kids that you babysitting right now, bruh? And you take your eyes off of them for a split second. Bruh. Cut to the castle and Minion making duplicates of the brain. And so they out here flying, crash into a bunch of rocks, but somehow made it safe and sound inside the ocean. Bruh, I thought they was finna get cooked right now. I don't even know how they know how to fly a plane. This bitch was on autopilot, but they took it off real quick and it was finna crash up everywhere. Bruh. They sneak inside through the underground passing, and Mans really had killer sharks guarding the goddamn door. He was asleep though, but damn, call Strikeboard or something. Need his help right now for real. But this nigga Junie had to go and couldn't keep it in. So this nigga literally just peed. And the reason why them sharks were asleep is because the water was basically at the right temperature, at the right speed, at the right thing, at the right everything for them to go to sleep. But this nigga peed and just fucked up everything. And I woke them up. But they made it inside just in time. But goddamn, bruh, just leave Carmen alone, bruh. Dog, she would have been able to handle all that by herself. But your ass is just pulling up and doing some super shit. So the robots are now fully functional. And they get in. The place is a labyrinth of puppet displays, control rooms, and corridors. Security cameras swivel. Thumb-thumbs patrol in robotic rhythm. And so Carmen throws a bubblegum bomb to distract them and leads the way. As they run in, Junie kinda smart though, I can't even lie. He putting tiny cameras everywhere, the ones Isidore was playing with when they met him at the start, and monitoring the whole spot. My bad dog, you kinda smart with that for real. They hide and drop down and get info from the Fooglies to where to go. And then he dips back up. But then he had to go back down to ask them where his parents were and some more information, also for the brain room location. But as he does that, he got spotted by the Thumb-Thumbs, but fucked them up using electric bubbles. But they got the weirdest weapons for real. Just honestly, get a blick and you never miss with that. It's easy. Like pop, 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 they gone. They find a chamber lined with hundreds of robotic kids walking in line. But yeah, they tried to imitate them, but get spotted real quick. It wasn't that hard. They run after them and got hit with the same trap as their parents. But this time, ain't no glass door at the bottom, so she falls right through and Junie gets stuck into this VR room, just like his parents, bruh. Damn, they're really all falling for the same tricks. I mean, they all family for real, so it makes sense. But then he meets Floop. He was in prison too because of Minion. And so they talk and decided to team up. And cut to the parents, and Papa sees Minion and remembers him. And basically, this nigga doing all of this villainous just for the plot. There's no actual reason. He just doing all of that for the plot for real. He was kind of bored. He was like,
You know what? I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. I'm trying to get my young boy Black Air Force energy up for real. Let me just do this real quick.
like, this nigga really had no reason. He was just very much bored. Oh, and remember the drawing at the start? Yeah, Minion turned his pops into it. Crazy. Ass was laughing earlier at it, and look at where it got you. Bruh, see? So Carmen draws down to where the thumbs were getting created, and gets an idea. We also find out that the Oses is following Minion. Oh, and Shorty's hair is cooked, fully. Tough. From the jetpack earlier. That's pretty tough. Trying to rock this new hairstyle. No. It don't work. So to escape, Junior used this nasty ass gum and threw it at this nigga forehead. And made the room malfunction. That's nasty as hell, bruh. But so they escape, but they get spotted by the Stump Thumb, but they take it down. But it was Carmen this whole time, bruh. They get to the prison room and spot their parents. And so they get them out. My man was opening the door, but Shorty had a better way to do it, bruh. She was impatient as hell. And Floop also knew how to change their papa back. So the evil agency pulls up and Floop started talking on the radio. Had him tripping. Wasn't he imprisoned? And he goes in the room and sees Junie. Thinking it's one of the robot kids. He's like, bro, get back to line. But nah. Also, this nigga can mimic perfectly anybody's voice. He did that at the start of the movie, and now he does it again. Like, bro, what type of random ass superpower is this? And so Minion looks back, and the whole family is staring at him. Damn. Yeah, my dog, you're kind of cooked. And so they turn him into a Foogly. They escape, but mom and dad get spotted and snatched by Robot Junie and Carmen. Also, Minion escaped too, but that nigga fully cooked up right now. Got 3 heads and shit. My man trying to be the living tribunal or something, bruh. Goddamn. But not gonna lie, everybody's just escaping everything, bruh. Like, what is this? And honestly, it's like the 3rd time their parents get caught. Like, bro, y'all really ain't it no more for real. Junie and Carmen head back, and the robots pull up, styling them for no reason whatsoever. Like, this was literally not necessary at all, but okay. They really thinking they in the Matrix right now for real. And start cooking them up. Not gonna lie, it ain't really a fight though. Shit, them niggas are made out of titanium. They can't really do much. They even talking shit at the same time. Like, goddamn. They really got the brain now and started talking real smack.
Boy, you really think you can do something against us? Man, you whack, ugly, your hands nasty, your body nasty. Shit, you smell like boogers. No. You can't catch this smoke. Me, my drip, lit. My sauce, lit. You looking lit, you feel me? Y'all just cooked. Your worthless dookie ass self can't do nothing against this.
So Shorty flexes her strength and punches the goddamn wall, bruh. Okay, you're just trying to flex right now? I see you? Damn, this was not necessary though. And after getting hyped up by Carmen, nigga tried to do the same thing. But you can see that was not very much a smart decision to do. Yeah, nah, you was not Metallica, my dog. So they sprayed them with instant cement, but that shit didn't hold them for real long. And so they make it to where their parents were at. And they cooked up the bad guys for once, honestly, but it was off screen, bruh. Like, Jesus, really? But during the whole movie, y'all was getting packed up and cooked out yourself, and y'all finally do something that's actually worth something, and we can't even see it, bruh. But now the family is surrounded by a bunch of angry infant robots. And then Isidore pulls up out of nowhere as backup. But that nigga didn't bring any gadgets, bruh. Like, what type of backup is this, bruh? Like, it made no sense. Dog, at least bring a Glock or something. Like, for real. Now, what is y'all gonna do against a whole army of Terminators, for real? This ain't even backup at this point. This is just more test subjects for them. But Floop was able to reprogram them, and so they attacked the evil agency instead. Tossing them around like some damn ball straight out the circus, bruh. Pause. That sounded kinda wrong. So they cried out. Well, Isidore mainly the one crying. And he the older brother too. Not gonna lie, that shit cute though. But yeah, this nigga even said, shit, Latinos, emotional. I get that, that's facts. But damn, Dominic Toretto would be proud. And so they escape. All is nice, and the kids are out here randomly saving people, and they get a new mission, but decide to take it on as a family. Because apparently spy work is easy, but the hardest part is keeping a family together, and that's how the movie ends. Also, Robot Carmen and Junie just became pop stars because they're now a part of the Floop TV show. So yeah, it's kind of lit. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Comment down below what y'all want me to react to next, because these early 2000s movies are cooking, and I got some more in the back that I'm finna show y'all, you feel me? So hey, follow me on all social medias down in the description, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Ross out.